Everybody's got a 12-volt opinion on fridges. Uprights, drawers, chest fridges, the old classic. Which one is best for you? Well, today we're going to talk about what we think's best for us, so hopefully you'll know what's best for you. So generally there are three types of fridges. There's the upright, the drawer, and the chest. Now each does different things very similarly, if that makes any sense. The upright is like your household fridge that you have in your kitchen. You open the door up, stuff's in there, you take it out, it's very easy, and you close it, job's done. The drawer fridge, I believe, is more for cans. Doesn't have to be beer, but it's cans definitely. Pull it out, take your can out, close it. And the chest fridge, well, that was the first fridges that were sort of brought into camping, and they were designed, you opened it up and everything you threw everything in, cans, food, milk, everything went in the chest fridge, and when you opened it up you had to dig for stuff to get it, close it, job was done. Those are the three sorts of fridges that we're talking about today. So let's talk about the upright fridge. Now this is a Dometic 80-litre upright fridge. The setup of this is really easy. I bought an extra frame around it, but these are designed, if you've got a caravan or a camper trailer, these will be recessed into the cabinetry of that. For the canopy, we've ended up buying a surround from, I think, MW for this one. Just bolts into the ground and it's a compression fit, so there's nothing actually screwed into the fridge. And then it's just an Anderson leg. Now, the benefits of that is the weight. You don't need a fridge slide. So with the chest fridge, you're obviously on a fridge slide and it weighs a bit. With the upright, there's no fridge slide. It's permanently in. You don't have to worry about stuff falling in the back. It's just, it fits in, it stays there, it doesn't move, nice and easy. All right, moving around to the other side of the canopy, I've got a Dometic 30-litre drawer fridge in here. Now, the fitment of this is very similar to the upright. It literally just bolts into the ground, but it's got its own drawer, so you don't need a drawer slide with it. It's all enclosed. This one, I believe you can move the compressor away from the fridge if you needed a really tight space. I haven't needed to do that. Everything's just in behind it. But certainly, as far as fitment and ease of use goes, the drawer fridge is every bit as easy as the upright fridge. So let's talk about the chest fridge. So Shano in his ute, he's got a King's, I'm not sure what size this is, chest fridge on a MSA drop down slide. Now, for Shano's setup in the back of his ute, this is absolutely perfect because he wouldn't be able to get a very tall chest fridge in here. And a drawer fridge would be a lot smaller, so this is kind of the best solution for Shane's car. And you know what? It works the way it should. You open the lid up, you've got everything in here, plenty of storage room, plenty for everything. Close it up, pack it away, and it's neat, and it takes up exactly the amount of room he needs it to take up and gets a massive amount of space out of it. Let's just talk quickly about power consumption. These three will all draw different amounts, and that's all dependent on how much is in it, because if there's not much in it, it'll work harder than when it's full. It'll depend on the size of it, it'll depend if it's an upright, a drawer, a chest fridge, how much you're opening and closing. There's so many variables in power consumption that I'm not going to be here and tell you what's more frugal on power than what's not. So power consumption, do your own research on what that fridge that you're particularly after is going to draw, and then work your way back from there. What we're talking about today is the practicalities of what each one does and why we've got it in our setup. So back to the upright. What I like about this is it does have the fridge section. You got storage in the door for your bottles, all the sauces, your meats, all your normal, like crisper in the bottom for normally fruit and veggies, but at the minute we've got cheese in there, but everything's easy to get to. And in the top there is a freezer too, so you've kind of got the best of both worlds here. The drawback of the upright is when you open it up, all the cold air is tumbling out, and you can't get as much in there because it's too packed. Then you're in the same position as the chest. You're going to have to pull stuff out to get into the back. Like a normal house fridge, you've got to just pack it properly. And people are always saying, oh, stuff falls out. I don't find stuff falls out that much. There is the odd thing that will fall out if you don't pack it right, but it's certainly, for me, this is the most practical fridge. Not real good for drinks because there's only really room for 5 drinks here. Everything's about food in a freezer. This particular one, you can actually take the freezer that just pulls out. You can make it all a fridge or all a freezer. I have no need to ever make it all a freezer, I don't think, but you could make it all fridge if you wanted to. I kind of like having a little freezer. Now this fridge is for us is just for drinks. And on this trip on Morton, it's just got beer in it. This one from Dometic, what I love about this fridge, it's one-handed opening. It's got a nice positive close. There's nothing on the outside. It's all hidden. This is purely a fridge. This doesn't freeze. You can get some that are a freezer too. Now, Bruce, who you would have seen a couple episodes ago with his MUX, he put a drawer fridge in the back of his car because he couldn't get a chest fridge in. Even with a drop slide, he would have to go down to a really, really small fridge, and it just was silly to do it. Too much weight for too little return. So he ended up putting a 40-litre drawer fridge, I believe, in, which will turn into a freezer as well. So if needed, he's going to use that as a freezer if he's out fishing, and he can snap freeze his fish and just bring an esky for his food and drinks. So there is a compromise there for him, but in our case, I just love this. It's easy. There's a temperature guide there. It's always on max because we want the coldest beer possible, and I just absolutely love this little Dometic fridge. Now this one, what I really like about this one, it opens from either side, so if you're standing there, whatever. Okay, benefits of the chest fridge is these will take the most amount of stuff. You can pack these right up to the top, no dramas. There is a couple of sections in here, so you could have your lettuce and all your salady bits on one side, your meat and all drinks and stuff on the other side. And when you open it up, cold air doesn't rise, it sinks, so the cold air is not going to tumble out as easily as the upright. And look, they're probably a little bit better on the power than the upright because they're not having to churn as much, because the air does stay in there a little bit better. So the chest fridge can be either all freezer, all fridge. You can get some that are dual zone, that you can have fridge and freezer. So they are really flexible in that regard, and they're pretty good as far as fitting in small spaces and having a lot of fridge available to you. So look, there is definitely a place for the chest fridge in a four-wheel drive setup, depending whether you have like this, a ute with a tub in the back and drawers, so you don't have enough room to put an upright, or you're in a little like an MUX like Bruce has. He unfortunately, because of the drawer setup, he couldn't manage to get one of these in. The drawbacks of these are this drop slide, I reckon, because I used to have one in the Cruiser, I reckon they're worth about 40 kilos. And then you put the chest fridge on top of it. So the weight aspect of a chest fridge is quite significant compared to an upright, and especially compared to a drawer fridge. They're really, really light. So yeah, these are a lot heavier. So look, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you think's the best sort of fridge, be it upright, be it drawer, or be it chest, and why. Because, you know, everybody needs to learn. Everybody's still finding out what's best for their setup. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please do remember to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.